Hello there, and welcome to another edition of iWake. Today's show, I'm going to be kickstarting a brand new format for the show. This show began over a year ago as a daily Apple News show. And I'm going to continue it as a daily show, but with a much different format. Instead of Apple News every day, I'm going to be organizing it into 5 different shows with different focuses. Today's show, which is Monday, is going to be called In Theaters. So every Monday, I'm going to be going over what's in theaters, what I saw over the weekend. I see at least 2 movies over the course of a weekend in theaters. So with that, I thought it'd be great to do Monday. Let's recap what was in theaters. Is there anything good to see this week for you? So that's Monday's show. Today I'm going to be going over Oblivion and 42. After I go through the rest of the format here. Tuesday, tomorrow's show, is going to be the Apple News podcast day. So all the good iWake stuff that you've grown to love will be on Tuesday. That will be your traditional Apple News day. On Wednesday is a show I'm calling iTunes Weekly. So on Tuesday, all the new iTunes releases comes out for movies and TV shows. This Wednesday show is going to be focusing on what are the hidden gems this week as far as sales? What's the 99-cent rental this week? What's the new goodness in the iTunes store in the United States? So we'll focus on video content, but every once in a while, if there's like a new James Bond single coming out, I will cover music if it's really, really relevant. But it'll mainly be a movie and TV focused podcast of what is out on iTunes, what are the great sales, is there a hidden Steven Spielberg release that came out this week. That will be on the Wednesday show. On Thursday, it's going to be a Nintendo podcast. Yeah, that's right, a Nintendo podcast. So, as many of you know, I have the Wii U now. I also have a 3DS XL, and I am all into the Nintendo platform for gaming. I'm really enjoying this experience, and this Thursday show is going to be sharing some of those experiences with some of the games I'm playing that week. It'll be recapping Nintendo news and related news. So it'll be a full-out Nintendo podcast. Every week I'll be talking about what I've been playing, some different experiences I've had on these different consoles. I also have an N64. I'll be picking up a GameCube shortly. So I'm going to have kind of past and present consoles from Nintendo, and we'll be having a show all about that. So I hope you enjoy that. Many of you probably have given up on consoles. I was one of those people until just a few weeks ago. So if you're new into the consoles, I'm a big fan of Nintendo, and I'll share some of those experiences with you. Then Friday is going to be the International Film Club podcast. This is a show I do with Mark Greentree. It's not officially a part of the iWake Monday through Friday show, but that's going to fill in the gaps for you on Friday. This is a 30-minute podcast where Mark Greentree and I dig into the archives of past movies. We've done Frenzy, we've done Casper, we've done Blade Runner, The Iron Giant. We're doing Total Recall fairly shortly here as well. So that is on Fridays. You can subscribe to the International Film Club, and that's going to be a separate show. And I may include some episodes in the iWake feed, but for now that's a separate audio show that does come out every Friday. It's a 30-minute show, so that's what's on Friday. So Monday in theaters, Tuesday Apple News, Wednesday iTunes Weekly, Thursday Nintendo Podcast, Friday the International Film Club. So that is the format for the show now. I'd love to hear your feedback. Is there a topic that I'm leaving out from this format? And with that said, let's get on to today's format, and that is in theaters. So in theaters, I saw Oblivion just earlier today. Oblivion is the Tom Cruise film, end of the world type thing. And this will have some overlap with my YouTube review, but Oblivion, without giving anything away, is kind of the mecca of sci-fi movies. It combines the best aspects of 2001: A Space Odyssey, Independence Day, artificial intelligence, and so many more great sci-fi films. So Oblivion, basically Tom Cruise's character, Jack, has been tasked with the duty of protecting these protector drones of these machines that are sucking up seawater and converting it to electricity. That is what the drones are doing, and Jack has to repair and protect these drones. So that's kind of where you are started in this film. It was a really well done movie and something that I really did enjoy. It wasn't one of those movies that is like a must see, it's really, really awesome, but it was a movie that was very enjoyable, well worth seeing, and something that I think I will end up getting when it comes out on iTunes. It seems like a worthy movie that I will see many, many times in my lifetime. It seemed to bring up questions as to our humanity and different things like that. So, very good film in theaters now. Oblivion with Tom Cruise. The other movie I saw recently was 42. This is a movie, a biopic movie of Jackie Robinson's life. Now, this was phenomenal. This is a movie, if you're listening to this podcast, go out and watch it as soon as possible in theaters. This movie was so moving, so poignant towards all the racial things that were in this, and just hitting home a strong message about just how bigoted we as a country used to be and in some ways still are. So 42 was Jackie Robinson's number, and it's the only retired number in the Major League Baseball. If you don't like baseball, you're still going to enjoy this, I think. The acting was great. There were funny moments. There were sad moments. There were moments of frustration. It was really all-encapsulating tale of him going into the minor leagues, then his first year on the Major League Baseball team, the Brooklyn Dodgers, and it kind of recapped the rest of his life at the end there. But really, really well done film. This film was really entertaining to see afterwards. Saw in theaters, and this was a packed house. This was like every seat filled. In what I noticed at the end was they're mostly older people, 70s to 90-year-olds that remembered this time in our American history. And after the movie was done, they were recapping and kind of telling stories about remembering that. And it was a fascinating thing to see that in and of itself, outside the movie, that this movie brought in all these people that probably don't go to theaters that often, that they want to remember this rather important period in our American history. So 42 is the must-see in theaters right now. Oblivion was a great watch, but nothing as important and everlasting, I think, as 42. That's going to be a film to keep and watch at least once a year, I think. It was that good. 42 stars Harrison Ford as the Dodgers owner, and as I said in the YouTube review, this is a movie I didn't even recognize Harrison Ford was one of the leads until a good 20 minutes into it. He was that good of an actor in this movie that you didn't realize it was him right away. At least I didn't. I didn't recognize many of the other stars, although they were big stars, I'm sure. But yeah, 42, a must-see. So that recaps today's episode, or that caps off today's episode of iWake in Theaters Edition. It is Monday, April 22nd, 2013, and that's what I saw in theaters. You can find the show at iWakePodcast.com. You can view my YouTube videos at youtube.com/TCHATEN, and I do have books in the iBook store. Just search for iPod Evolution to find one of those. With that said, thank you for tuning in to today's episode. I'll be back tomorrow for a day of Apple news. Have a good one. Talk to everyone again real soon.